This is ReplicantPhish. Welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Why men go silent on women instead of communicating with them. As in, why do men ghost instead of trying to reason with women? Try to negotiate things. Try to work things out to make things better. Why do some men just run for their damned lives in the great escape from women or a particular woman? At some point, he may have liked her. He may have really liked her. But then sometimes, a man reaches a point where he thinks, I like her not. Thus, I shall depart. Now personally, the reason why I would ghost a woman instead of trying to reason with the woman is because it's pointless. Simply put, it is pointless. Why? As a man, I've come to understand being fully upfront and blunt with women doesn't work all the time. Simply because of things they've been told and the beliefs they have about certain things. Also a sense of hard-headedness. How even if you show them the facts and the proof, they will still say you're talking crap. Whereas on the other hand, men, you can say things to them. Now obviously some act like women, but some of them would say, interesting. I may not agree, but still very interesting. Makes me think. But then as a man, in trying to reason with women through my life, I've realized it is pointless. Women like having their way, and they will construct certain things and nonsense to make it seem as if they're being reasonable themselves, when the truth is, they're trying to make things go their way. They just try to be clever about it. Naive men, they fall for it and they assume she's a genuine woman trying to reason with a man. The reality is no, she just wants to get her way. And she will do so by having you believe she's trying to reason with you. Now ghosting means when you were seeing someone, you were with someone, maybe dating them or whatever, then you just disappear. You lock off all contact, you go silent, you go cold on them. Now as I've said before, there are many reasons for this. And a strange thing about modern times, and something I've noticed is, a lot of women don't seem to understand or see errors about themselves. It's like, because so many men keep bolstering women and they just assume that men that don't adjust to their way of thinking or being, there's something wrong with those men. You have to understand, women believe that if you don't bend to them, if you don't adjust to them, it means you're teaching them to live without you. Indeed, that is the case. If you don't want a woman, why then would you teach her to want to be around you? That defeats the purpose of going silent on a woman. If you're going silent on a woman, that's because you don't want to be around her. You want her to know and learn and teach herself. I'll leave that man alone. Clearly he doesn't want this, whatever this is. Yeah. So when women say that men that do this and men that, for instance, say things like I say, that we teach women to live without them, I have to say that's ridiculous. As men, we know and have seen how women have been saying that for a long time anyway. So for men going silent on them, men ghosting them, we're not teaching them something new. We are just acknowledging the fact that this is how things are. So we would rather not take part in it. We'd rather just leave, be it en masse, on scale, or as an individual man, ghosting an individual woman. Because so many women are so entitled, they don't see that they're entitled. They don't see that they have all these demands, but they come with very shallow things. Many things that lack real substance. And they expect you as a man to then just want it? But understand why. You see, as men, the problem we have, in some cases, are other men. Because women bank on the fact of other men. As in, if you don't give her the attention, if you don't give her what she wants, she knows there are many simps in her inbox, on Tinder or wherever, waiting for her. She knows this already. Therefore, she has no need to try to be better. So instead of women understanding why men may ghost them, they do the woman thing of thinking they do no wrong, the problem is just all on the men. Thus, they end up going to men that obviously will simp for them and never question them, and they will get what they want. There will be no challenge. So if women assume that we're teaching them to live without us, no, we're not. We're teaching you to go and get men that would bend for you. In a sense, we're teaching many women to get men that would do anything for you. Men that would bend for you because they want to bend for you. Doesn't make you stronger as a woman. Doesn't make you more capable of dealing with a man of more substance and character. No, it just shows how naive many women are and how actually afraid they are. As to instead of facing a challenge, as in a man that would challenge them, they would just run to men that won't challenge them. Give them everything they want. That's much easier. When women want you to communicate with them, that's because they get attention from you communicating with them, talking to them, giving them that time. They get something from it. In trying to reason with women, you're giving them the time and attention to try to make sense of crap that they would push forth. And I've seen so many men stress themselves out trying to reason with women instead of just saying, you know what, I can't be bothered. Now I understand, of course, many men want to reason, to iron things out, to make things better. That makes perfect sense, I understand. But to me, it's pointless. To me, I know what will happen. So for me, I see no point in even trying. Let it be. Let it be. Because some would say I am wrong in my thought process. And I would say fine. Time is a beautiful thing. Things that seem alien right now, in time, they may make far more sense. So as some men battle and try to communicate with women to get them to understand what we as men think about nowadays, I say good on you, good luck, cheers. But I have more the understanding of, as men, we focus. Eventually, they will be the ones that have to get with the program. If they don't, then who cares? Who cares? Understand this, men. There are many men out there that will pick up the pieces, that are willing to be clean-up men. Let them be so. Give them as much room as you can to be clean-up men. Women that understand their errors are far easier to talk to because they don't have the dumb narrative that women do no wrong. They accept their own faults, accept the fact that yes, they do certain things that get on men's nerves. But because those women are the minority, not the majority, I as a man will say again, what is the point? What is the point? But my God, there is such a good point in focusing on self, building self, improving self, making self better. Never let a woman or women make you feel lesser as a man because you don't want to bend to them. Women need us to bend to them. Because if we don't, they have no leverage. If we don't try to communicate with them, they have no leverage. They have no attention. They have not our time. You can tell women why men go silent on them. But the thing is, they won't accept the reality of what we tell them. Because they know many simps will overlook their faults, their red flags, their issues, their baggage, their nonsense, just for a chance of some sweet pum-pum. Okay. Remember your path. Build, seek, and chase your goals. If a woman is your goal, for some men, that's as far as they will go in life. Time is short. Life can be long. Mistakes can last forever, unless you choose to learn from them. In other words, focus, observe, remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.